Good evening, everyone. Let's set up MySQL for a Windows environment. So we're on a Windows PC. I have my Chrome browser open. I'm just going to head over to mysql.com. I'm going to click on the download tab up here. You can go straight here by mysql.com/downloads. Scroll to the bottom of the page. You're searching for the MySQL Community Edition downloads. Click on that link. And over here, search for MySQL Community Server, which is the first one. Now, when you come onto this page, scroll down a little, and you will be able to see MySQL Installer 5.7 for Windows, all MySQL products in one package. That's what we want, so we don't have to trouble ourselves with multiple downloads. Just click on download. You don't have to worry about 32 or 64-bit. The installer takes care of everything. There's a 1.7 MB downloader that's going to make sure that so if you have internet connection, I would advise downloading this. Otherwise you can download the other one. The install procedure looks really the same. So once you click on the download button, just click on no thanks to start my download on this page. And open your installer, give Windows permission. Alright, you get the license agreement, go through it, accept the license terms, click next. Make sure you have developer default selected. Scroll to the bottom, click next again. That's all the MySQL products that are going to be installed. Now the MySQL server version number and the architecture auto-selected, the installation directory. I have a previous version installed, so it's giving me this warning, but it should not give this warning to you if you're doing this for the first time. And you can click next, and I'm just going to make this warning go away. I'm going to say yes. It's going to say check requirements. I have a couple of requirements that are missing, but I can still proceed. If you have some requirements that are missing and you don't have status manual in this column, you will have an additional button here called execute. You can go ahead and click on execute. It will go and find those software updates and install them. Right now I'm just going to go ahead and skip MySQL for Visual Studio because I don't need it right now, or the Python connector because I don't need that either. So I'm just going to click next. It's going to say something's missing. Is that okay? I'm going to say yes. Alright, so these are all the products that we need installed. I'm gonna say execute. It's going to begin to download each one, and after it's done downloading all of them, it's going to start installing them. So this is a lengthy process. I'm just gonna skip to the head. Alright, it's all done. I can click on next, and now I got to configure my server, and I got to configure the samples and examples on that server. So I'm going to click next. Now remember, there's a development machine. So I'm going to be making a server and running it just on this machine. This is neither a server or a dedicated machine. This is a development machine. Make sure you have that choice selected. The port number is 3306 by default. I'm going to leave it as it is. You'll need to remember this port number later on. So just keep that in mind. Alright, I don't really need to see advanced options. I can click next. I need to set a password. If it's the first time you're running this, you're going to have to set a password. Just keep it simple. Minimum password length is 4. I'm gonna type in something simple. Alright, there it is. So I've set my MySQL server password. Remember this password, don't forget it, you're going to need it. You can additionally add a user right now. I'm just going to avoid it because I know I'm going to be the only one using this computer. So click on next. It's going to configure MySQL server as a Windows service. We want that. It's also going to give it a name, MySQL 57. Why? Because this is the 5.7 version. Say OK to that as well. Say next. And if you want, you can start the MySQL server at system startup. I prefer doing that. Click next. We can just avoid this altogether. Click next, and now it's going to apply the configuration. Click on execute. There, it's done, and what you have in the bottom right is a notification from what we just installed, which is the MySQL notifier. It's one of the products in the utilities. So we'll click on finish. Now we have to configure the samples and examples. So it's going to ask which server it should get installed to. Since the server is running, you can just, it's already there. It's going to ask you for the username and password. It's just put the credentials in we entered already, and if you click on check, the connection is successful. So when you click on next, it's ready to run a bunch of scripts and add the samples and examples. Even if you miss this step, it's perfectly fine. This is not necessary. This configuration is not hard and fast for you to complete the setup. You can click next, and you can click on start MySQL workbench after setup. So I'm just going to click finish. And there I have a flashing icon in the toolbar, and that's it. That's what my SQL workbench looks like. It's already found a running server, MySQL server. I can right click and I can rescan local instances. It's going to say found 2 servers. I'm going to say OK. So there are multiple ways you can start the MySQL workbench. It might look a little different from this if you use the other installer, because that's a different version of the MySQL workbench. I can go to next to the Windows button and I can start typing out workbench, and there I can just come and click on workbench 6.3 CE, and I would get this. Another thing I can do is I can right click and I can see the servers that are running, and I can click on SQL editor. That's another way. So I'm just gonna do that right now. I've clicked on SQL editor. Alright, and I'm in. So this is what you should be able to see, and that's pretty much it. That's the setup. This is we'll be taking the guided SQL sessions, and you will need to be able to see this. You can see your databases on the side over here, and you can see all your links to manage the server and the databases on the left. That's pretty much it. You can go back home, you can set up new servers, you can rescan for more SQL connections. That's it. Thanks guys.